She won't say it, but every glance, pause, and shift in tone is begging for one thing: for you to take the lead. There's a moment, a pause. She's looking at you, but only for a second, just long enough to see what you'll do with it. And that moment, that's not hesitation, that's an invitation, disguised as indifference. Most men miss it, especially the younger ones. They're still waiting for clarity, but still asking what she wants, how she feels, what the rules are, but not you. You've built a life of value, and that means you don't chase signs, you read them. You know the difference between indecision and feminine tension, begging for direction. And right now, she's already given you the signal. Subtle, silent, but clear as day. If you've lived long enough to notice, let me pull back the curtain a little, because when a younger woman is drawn to an older man, she rarely says what she means. Not because she's unsure, but because part of her wants you to recognize what's beneath the surface. She'll play cool, distracted, unbothered. But her nervous energy gives her away the way her knee bounces when you go quiet. The way she half smiles when you challenge her instead of playing it safe. She's not testing your manners, she's testing your presence. You see, the feminine doesn't crave comfort, it craves direction, and the more she's attracted to you, the more that pull builds inside her quietly but intensely. She'll give you mixed signals, say she's not sure, say she likes to go with the flow. That's not indecisiveness. That's her body and mind asking the same question over and over again. Will he lead or will he hesitate? And the moment she senses hesitation, she withdraws, not to punish, not to play games, but because a man without direction creates no tension, and without tension, desire dies. Let me give you something she'll never admit when she's leaning back. But her feet are pointed at you when she's talking, but watching your mouth, not your eyes. She's not just being friendly. She's holding her breath, waiting to see if you'll notice her submission before she has to name it. Younger women are surrounded by men who seek permission. They ask her what she wants to eat, what she's in the mood for, if she's comfortable. But you've lived enough to know. Comfort isn't the goal, it's chemistry, and chemistry requires polarity, masculine direction, and feminine response. When you bring that, she doesn't feel controlled. She feels safe to surrender. Here's what you need to understand. She's not in control of the attraction. She's responding to yours. Her energy follows your frame. And when your frame is solid, quiet, grounded, unfazed, her body starts reacting before her mind can catch up. The lip bite, the hair tuck behind the ear, the subtle inhale after you touch her lower back. That's not coincidence. That's ancient biology whispering, I trust this man to lead. But if you hesitate, if you apologize for your energy, she snaps right back into logic. And logic is the death of desire. Questions like, Zoe, what do you do for fun, aren't about hobbies. She's watching how you talk about your life, how certain you are about what lights you up. She's scanning for signals. Does this man know who he is? Does he move things? Does he hesitate when I lean in? Or does he pull me closer without a word? If she feels even a hint of uncertainty, the temperature drops fast. But if you answer without flinching, if you lead the moment instead of narrating it, that's when her guard drops. That's when her voice softens. That's when her hands start to play with her glass, her necklace, the hem of her sleeve. Her words will say, I'm not sure, but her body is whispering, take me out of my head. She craves the man who doesn't need to be told when to act, the man who reads the pause in her speech and fills it with intent, not chatter, not charm, presence. Because in a world full of noise, the most seductive thing a man can do is hold tension, like it's nothing. That's when her instincts kick in. That's when she stops overthinking. That's when she drops the act and just feels. And in that space, she doesn't want to negotiate. She doesn't want to lead. She doesn't want to figure it out. She wants you to be sure, because when you are, she can finally exhale. You don't need to raise your voice. You don't need to rush the moment, and you damn sure don't need to ask her permission to lead you. Just need to recognize the signs she's already given. The glance, that lingered a half-second too long, the sudden shift in tone when you lowered your voice, the pause when you stood your ground and let her lean into your energy. Those weren't tests, they were open doors. And here's the part most men never hear. She's not going to hold that door open forever. You've got a window, it's small, it's silent, and once it closes, it's gone. Younger women don't crave logic, they crave sensation, direction, energy that doesn't ask. It decides. And the more drawn she is to you, the more she'll dance on that edge. She won't say, "I want you to make the next move." But she'll look away just long enough to make you wonder if she's thinking about it. She'll laugh at something you said 5 minutes ago because her body is still reacting. She'll slow down her pace beside you, not to talk, but to feel your energy take.